Okay, so that was my best Jeff Reymonds intro video introduction that I could do. Obviously, I failed. I'm not as good as Jeff on that. But if you haven't seen Jeff's YouTube channel, I'll link to that in the description. But sorry, Jeff. You know, you make it look so good, and I just love when you do that. So I figured I'd try it, and that's the result for me. But ended up putting a flagpole in my spare time while it rained like 20 inches. Now I think we got 5 inches here in west central Ohio, which the fields are drying out pretty well. I mean, there's no water laying down there, which that's usually a pretty heavy water layer, but that's one of the reasons why I tried to rip it, you know, so there's not compaction down there. But you can see I had the power company come out and telephone company come out and mark the lines, you know, to the house. So I was not going to shock myself, but 20-foot pole. You can see American flag and Cincinnati Reds. You know, big Reds fans. So hopefully today they'll beat the Yankees, like they just swept the Giants. So, but that's what we're up to. I think I'm going to mow a couple yards today, so I want to do a 3200 Ferris review for you, because my yard is getting shaggy and not looking good. So I think that's what we're going to do today. So let's talk Ferris 3200. This is actually a new, I guess you could say a new mower from Ferris this year. It is. It's 17. Get the crap out of my way. 37 horse EFI Vanguard Briggs Stratton motor, and 983 cc's. You guys see Vanguard, all the marks on it here. There is something new this year. It's called the oil guard system, and this is new for 17. So basically what's going on is there's no oil sitting in the bottom of this motor. It's all a continuous flow, and through the cooling action of the metal, you know, the aluminum tank there, they say it's going to cool the oil and keep it, or let the oil last longer, and you won't have the heat break down, so on and so on. So this motor is recommended oil change is 500 hours. There's no break-in, there's none of that. It's 500-hour oil changes. Now, unless it sits outside in the snow and all winter long, yeah, probably didn't change it. But if you keep it inside, keep it regulated, you know, 500-hour oil changes. You can see on the back tire there, big shock, 26-inch drive tires, have the ICD deck, 61-inch, again, big shocks on the front. This year I did get a suspension seat on it. Not that it's needed, but you know, if you're going to spend the money you spend on it, you might as well have it all, I guess. Another shock. There is the cutting deck height adjustment. So you can kind of see how that works. To the backside, you know, the last shock on the backside with the oil guard system. So this one being an EFI, there is no choke. No choke on this. You basically just fire her up, turn the key and go. Now with that said, being an EFI, you have a plug in here. You know, if something would ever go wrong, you know, the dealer can just plug right into it and read it like a car. You know, read your code like a car. So, and there is your check engine light right there. Dual 5.5 gallon tank, so 11 gallon capacity. This year they did go to a, raise this up here, kind of a 2-belt system on the deck. I know they were having a little bit of trouble with stuff flipping onto the deck, pine cones and such, and they were breaking a lot of belts. There's your fuel transfer. Hydraulic oil reservoirs. Now those stay clear at the bottom. They look empty right now, but there is a little bit of oil at the bottom. That's perfect, because when this thing heats up, they will rise up. Like I said, big changes, and I don't think you can kind of see it down there, but they're going to a dual belt system to help with that. Also, the 17s, you know, no striper kit. Now I did get it. I did put a striper kit on this one because I do like to stripe my yard. But that's the big things for this mower this year. Not a lot of changes in them, but you know, all around just a great mower. This is probably the only mower I would ever own. You know, the Ferris brand. I like it so much. So Yeah, I'll get some videos of it mowing here. Like I said, my yard's getting pretty shaggy from all that rain, so I'll hook the GoPro up somewhere and we'll get some videos of it. Blah blah blah. I did forget to mention there is ZT 5400 transaxles on this, so big transaxles. I think this thing's rated to mow like 12, 13 mile an hour, and I know it will go faster than that. But that's yeah, I did forget to mention that. So again, flagpole, man, it's still standing. I'm proud of myself there. So we'll get some videos here. Alright guys, I don't know if you can hear me or not with the mower, but there's kind of the striping of Ferris 3200. Now, like I said, I fertilize my grass 4 times a year. I'm pretty stringent on weed control, so you know it's pretty nice grass. It's a mix of Kentucky Blue and Turf Stall Fescue. That was a little tongue twister. So it should stripe very well for the money and the care I put into it.